Здорово! Мы с боссом в Твид Хате после того, как все закрыто. И только что, кстати, мы разговаривали об интересной истории по поводу привидения, ну или призрака, как серьезно. Это оно хоть и шуточное, но это серьезно, эта история происходит. И босс нам сегодня расскажет о том, что здесь происходило. И если кто смотрел канал «Негитарные Истории», когда мы ездили там в другой город, там, где у нас ходили эти охотники за привидениями, там что-то там показывали, они сюда приезжали, в этот магазин, потому что это одно из задокументированных вообще по Калифорнии месту, в котором вроде бы как есть призраки. Те из вас, кто фильмы ужасов смотрят, может, знаете об этом. Но для тех из вас, кто не верит в призраков, это будет тур Твид Хата после закрытия. Мы тут пройдем по всем комнатам, которые вы не видели, потому что в некоторых из них проходят такие supernatural, I don't know how to say it in Russian, проходят такие неестественные события. Paranormal, but I don't know how to say it in Russian, so yeah, forget it. Say здорово. Say здорово.
What does that mean?
What's up?
Oh, so
Like this, because it's heavy metal blues. Здорово.
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 Здорово. You following me? Over here. One day I was behind the counter at the cash register right there, and I was talking to a customer and looking over his shoulder, and right here I had these kind of guitar boxes. These guitar package boxes. I saw this white thing. It was about this tall. It was lower. It was shorter than the guitar boxes, and it was big. Like it was probably this wide and this tall, and it was white like a sheet, like a kid put a ghost sheet on, right? And I saw it come from one side of the boxes real fast and went right in. And then I expected it to come out the other side because it was going so pretty fast, right? But it just went behind the boxes and didn't come out. And that's the first time I ever saw anything right in this area. And then I had a ghost psychic.
We'll call them.
They're the ghost hunting team?
Ghost hunting.
Okay. A legitimate ghost hunting team, and their psychic came up to me and said, You've seen things here, and sometimes it's black, but sometimes it's real white. And I said, yeah, I've seen it when it's white. So that was interesting. Another time, what's behind you there? Oh, the obelisk.
Это, наверное, привидение. Меня толкнули на это видео.
So, this wall right over here, I had this on video too. I had it on surveillance video, but I didn't know how to save it. After 30 days, it went away and I didn't save it. But everybody saw the video. It wasn't like just me. So anyway, I have witnesses. But I had a Ibanez guitar. It's probably more like right around here though. And the guitar, on the video, it went like this. It came out like that, and then it fell. So it didn't just fall off the hook. The bottom came out first, and the reason that I knew that it happened is my alarm went off, and
it was after everybody left.
Yeah,
right?
my alarm went off, and so I checked my security footage. I can look in the store, so I checked my security, and I couldn't see anything. So I didn't come down, but the next morning I came down and the guitar was on the ground. It didn't hit anything, it didn't get damaged, but it was on the ground. And I thought, well, it must be about the time that my alarm went off, so I went on my thing and rewound it. And that's when I saw the guitar come up like that, and it came down. So whatever it was, had the ability to pull it out. It didn't just swing out, it came out and then went down. So
And how often the guitars fall off the hooks around here?
No, not very often. That was the only time that I've seen like that. There was another one, but I think it was an employee that didn't do it right. But that was not a guitar falling because, see, sometimes they can twist out, you know, like that, if they're not put in right and fall. That has happened. And, you know, it happens, but this one I actually saw get pulled out. So, interesting.
Very interesting.
Another time, I was over there and had some guitars on guitar stands.
You know, when we went to see that ghost hunting team that was here actually, and it was on my second channel when we talked to them, they said they seen the footage that you showed them. The scanner thing flew out. It was by the register.
Oh yeah.
It just like flew out.
Yeah. I shared that memory. It's somewhere on my phone, but it's in the memory in Facebook.
At one point, we heard a guitar downstairs.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
and there's a whole bunch of evidence that we're still going through for that investigation. So, but it was really cool. But he called us.
Yeah.
Said, come in because did you see the video of him at the register when the scanner came off?
But did you see it when I
I
reposted
haven't
it?
seen it, but if I can find it, I'll put it in.
I'll
into
show
this
you what
video.
happened. I'll show you what
Yeah,
happened.
let's
over
go see that.
there. Okay.
Maybe I can find the video and put it
Yeah.
on.
So here I am. This was over here like this, and I was in the morning doing my cash drawer, and these are the receipts. So when I do my drawer, I take my receipts and I do this, kind of like a packing of tobacco and a cigarette, you know. So that way I get the edges lined up. So then I get my printout, which will happen at 8 o'clock, and I staple it on here. So that's what I did. I'm over here, I'm going, and you can see that's no vibration. But while I was doing this, I didn't even notice, but this went like this. At first it moved like halfway out. I didn't even see it. I was just doing my thing. Bump, bump, and that moves halfway out like that. It was in there, and it was halfway out. And I went, bump, bump, and then all of a sudden, I hear a noise behind me. It hit back here on the counter, like something like loud like that, maybe even louder, more like kind of like that loud. So of course I turned and I looked, and when I did that, this thing went like that. So then I turned and I looked to see if my foot caught it, because I thought my foot caught it, but my foot was nowhere near it. So it wasn't my foot, and that's when I realized that happened. So I had my security cameras on, and I went to my laptop and I pulled it up and I rewound it, and I saw it happen. First it moved, and then it made the sound. You can see me look over here, and then the thing went down.
Вот. Ну это все я, наверное, перевожу вам или пишу с субтитрами, переводами, или я дублирую. Еще не знаю, как это будет, потому что видео, наверное, будет долгое, и Босса бывает много. Но это да, это вот это вот видео я сам. Мне говорили чуваки, которые приходили сюда искать привидения, именно такие профессиональные охотники за привидениями. Как это?
Did you say nightmare?
Ну, это привидение. Ghost.
So anyway, that's something that happened here. This is this. All right, this is my shelf right here in the dark. And this is that right there. And that's the shelf, see the books? And there's this like see-through face right there. Do you see that? You see the eyes? It's like sunglasses and an ear and mouth.
Yeah, send me that picture so I can put
Yeah,
it.
and I didn't know what that was. And it almost looked like it was moving a little bit.
Where was it on that?
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
The camera, see the camera up there on the wall? That's what I looked through. And so I looked here and I said, what is that? And I couldn't figure out what it was. So on another night, like the next day, nothing's changed, and I took a picture from, I froze frame it, and I can't, it's not there.
Nothing, yeah.
And that's the thing. And so I can't explain that. There's definitely a face there.
Yeah, something.
And I've seen things like that
It's
here.
actually, the face looks even better when I'm filming through my window.
Really?
Through my little window here.
I've seen things like faces that are here and then they're not there the next day.
It's like, this is like a dog face or something.
I don't know, man. I can't explain it.
Boss,
So-
did you believe in ghosts before you were working at Twid Hat?
Okay, so here's what happens with me. I never saw a ghost, heard a ghost, thought about a ghost. Really cared one way or another other than someone scaring me in the dark or something, right? Just growing up. I did a concert. It's called the Redwood Run, and it's in up north, Northern California, up in the Redwoods. It's about probably a 5-hour drive from here. I don't know, but I did a big concert, and it was pretty cool. It was like George Thorogood and Savoy Brown and Lydia Pence and Cold Blood and Creedence Clearwater, and it's some big names. And so I did a concert, and then I was really exhausted because I had been working. It's when I first started the store. It's 2002 or 2003, and I was just exhausted. I was working 3 bands, playing, and then working the store, and I still had and I was running a country paper route, so I was getting like 2 hours of sleep a day, and I did this for quite a few months. I was just absolutely exhausted. And so we went to this concert, and after we had played, we were going to watch one of the bands, and I started feeling sick, like I was going to pass out, and I did. And I told my friends to catch me because I was going to pass out, and they did, and they caught me. And then I stood up, except when I stood up I could see them holding me, and so I had an out-of-body experience. It's the only thing I can tell you. It's really a strange thing that happened, and I survived it. I thought I had died, and so really freaked out, and I had some kind of breakdown, physical breakdown, just passed out. And so anyway, after that, things started happening in Sassoon. It's like I feel like they spot me now or something. So you asked me about this window.
Yeah, and this is the hallway that goes in the back of... Этот коридор идет назад, туда, в
So I
магазин.
had boxes, empty boxes right here, and I was rearranging, so merchandising, so I bent down to pick up boxes. And this is just a poster, it wasn't here, so I could see right through the window. So the box was here, I bent down to pick the box up, and I saw this pair of legs. All I saw was from the waist down. Pair of legs walk into the hallway. And it was weird because I knew it was unnatural, so I looked behind me. Is there a reflection, I thought? Is it a reflection? There's no one behind me. And my employee, Dan, was sitting in a chair right here, right in the middle of that rug area. And I said, Dan, did somebody just walk down the hallway? I said, where's Mark? And he said, in fact, Mark is the guy that you didn't like when you first came here. So he said, no, Mark's at the bank, and Jeff was on the grinder making a new nut for somebody. I said, no one's down the hallway? He says, no. So I knew. I ran down the hallway, and there's nobody there. Very strange. Very strange. But that's what happened. So I saw skinny, kid-like legs and black jeans and black tennis shoes.
И те, кто здесь были и расследовали это присутствие
Walked down the
привидений,
hallway.
они мне сказали, что здесь есть молодой индеец, короче, привидение молодого индейца.
A week later, maybe a few days later, my landlord, the lady that represents my landlord, came by to do an inspection, and she said, so, have you seen any ghosts lately? And I said, whoa, how do you know about that? And she said, well, she sees them. And I said, well, I just had one with, like, all I saw was black jeans and tennis shoes. She goes, yeah, he's got black, long, stringy hair, too, and he's got teenage problems. So that's all I can tell you about that one. But my landlord lady knew. I guess she sees them.
Let's go over there where the white bowl-looking thing was on the camera.
Sure. At that time, I had a shelf.
И это я сейчас покажу, потому
No,
что я
what
это
did I have?
видел.
I
Я
had
видел
keyboards. I
это.
had keyboards right in the middle here in boxes.
Видел это на камере, на видео он мне показывал, там действительно это я видел.
Yeah.
Такое белое такое как бы пятно, мячик был.
There were shelves here, and it was this camera that caught it.
Вот это вот на этой камере он мне показывал. Там белое такое
Do you
было.
remember? It was like moving and moving, and there was face.
Yep.
I caught some pictures of it. I'd have to find them. I don't know. They're on the phones. There's so many pictures, they just get lost, right? I never say that stuff.
I'm hoping
right?
I catch something on this film right now.
You might. You might. You never know. Weird stuff happens, man. You just sit and you'll hear
Это
things get hit in here, and you're like, what? Things get tapped.
The guys that came here, those that we talked, they said when they were doing investigation here, they heard like twice a guitar sound. They were upstairs.
Oh.
They heard it from downstairs. Like
Oh, really?
Like actually, like.
Yeah,
So, well,
yeah. Okay, yeah, and it does happen.
All right. So that little room, the lessons room that. he
Oh,
was
Bob's
talking-
room? Yeah.
Боб тут учитель, короче. Он
Wanna
здесь
go in
все,
there?
что он занимается,
I'll
все, что он
like you.
занимается, это он
That was a human.
учит, кто-то в дверь постучался, учит ну, игре на гитаре, у него здесь специальная комната, и эта комната, он говорит, в ней невозможно настроить
The best story that ever happened is right in this hallway, though. Don't let me forget
самая
to tell you
лучшая
that.
история, которая была в этом.
Can we come in?
Это одна из таких самых
This is Bob's
комнат.
lesson room here.
Комнат, где есть, короче, привидение. Он говорит, что в этой комнате невозможно настроить гитару, ну, если только не напрямую прищепить тюнер на headstock, потому что если попытаться вот такими тюнерами, он говорит, если таким тюнером пытаться настраивать, никогда не получается, потому что надо только на headstock, и только в этой комнате. Он говорит, выйти вот сюда за эту комнату, и ее можно настроить.
So one teacher that was teaching in here said they were sitting, and there was a picture with a frame. It was a picture of like Richie Blackmore that Bob had in here. Bob's the teacher that is mostly teaches in this room. It's his office, but there's like a substitute teacher type guy. So he had a picture there, and it just flew off the shelf while they were in the middle of the lesson, and landed over here for no reason. Yeah, that's all I can tell you about that. I've never had anything happen to me in here. But stuff has happened to.
But something happened in this hallway.
Yeah. So this is one of the biggest things that's ever happened here. I had rehearsal upstairs, and I came down to use the restroom. When I came down the stairs, I walked into a really strong smell of body odor, a man's body odor and cigarette smoke. A combination of someone who hasn't taken a shower in a week or doesn't use deodorant and smokes a lot of cigarettes. It's a smell. So I thought somebody was in here, so I checked I walked the whole store, I checked all the doors, I checked in all the offices, I looked behind everything that I could, and I just determined that there was nobody in here. I didn't know what that smell was or where it came from, but it was super strong. This whole area smelled that way. So I used the restroom, went back upstairs, we finished rehearsal, and then when we came back down,
And that's after the store is closed.
yeah, and this is at night. So this is probably it's probably at 9 o'clock at night now, after 9 when we're done. So Dale, who's playing bass, and Steve, the drummer, they went down the hallway, and I came over to circuit breakers and started turning off the lights, you know. So I turned all the lights off on the circuit breaker for the whole store. So as I turned the lights off, they went down the hallway. And it was a holiday season, so it was Christmas time, and so we had a lot of Christmas lights out there that were still turned on. So there was ambient light. So I could see, you know, but it was dark, right? I could just see green and blue out there and red, you know. So I'm walking down the hallway, the lights are off, and just right here, this real tall black shadow figure, huge, like big, like this tall. He walks like out of nowhere and walks right past me, and I went, what the heck? Couldn't believe what I just saw. It shocked me, and I was just absolutely stunned. So I'm like, what? And I kept looking back, and I forgot just a week earlier I had built this stage, so I wasn't used to the stage being here, and I'm looking back like this, like what did I just see? And I tripped over the stage, and I fell on the stage, and in between a couple drum kits that were there. I'm lucky I didn't get hurt. And I fell down, and Dale said, what's going on? Are you okay? And I was like, we got to get out of here now. So that was a pretty interesting story. So I'm having rehearsal here. I used to rehearse right over here. I'm right here, drummer's right there, bass player's right there, and we look at each other like in a triangle. And my PA is right here. I have a PA tower right here that I'm singing through. And I'm singing, and I start hearing la 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 la, mimicking my voice. Because I was trying to write a song and I wasn't really singing any words, but I was just singing. So I hear something mimicking me coming out of the speaker, right? So I look at the drummer and I look at the bass player. They both have microphones, and I stop and I said, "Hey, are you guys? Don't do that. I'm trying to figure out this vocal line for the song that we're writing, and you're bugging me. Don't do that." They're like, "Well, we're not doing anything." I go, "Okay, whatever." So we start in the song again. Starts happening again. I look, and I said, "Really? Knock it off. Which one of you guys is doing that?" And they're like, "We're not doing anything." So then we start a third time, and I'm doing my thing, and this time I'm watching them because I'm thinking they're just screwing with me, right? And I'm watching them, and it starts happening again as I'm singing, and they're not saying a word. Their mouths are closed, and they're not on the mic. So now I'm like, okay, I'm witnessing happening right now. I'm playing my guitar, I'm singing. This thing is coming out of this, and then I realize it's not coming out of the speaker. It's going in my ear. They're not hearing it. Only I'm hearing it. It's screaming in my ear. So I realized that I was getting my ear screamed in by something, you know. So it turns out Chuck, the bass player, it screamed in his ear that night too. It scared the hell out of him. He didn't tell me about it, but he told me like a year later, 2 years later. And so we had rehearsal with this other group that I'm playing with, and Dale, while we were singing a song, had something go la 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 in his ear while we were playing a song, and this was just like 2 months ago. So it's still here.
I mean, if it's downstairs, it's got to be upstairs.
Yeah, it will sing in your ear. Like if you're playing music, maybe it doesn't like it, or maybe it does like it. Maybe it's having fun. Maybe it's just trying. I don't know what it's never tried to hurt anybody. It's kind of interesting. We've named him Pete. Or we found out the one ghost group said that he said his name was Pete, so I'll take their word for it. It's Pete. But, I don't know. Are you here, Pete?
Hey, Pete, make a sound or something. Pete, if you hear, make a sound. Play guitar. Bang it wrong. Something. Not today. Well,
Not gonna play with us.
yeah.
That's okay.
Let me see this broad. Is that a broadcaster?
Yeah, broadcaster.
That's a broadcaster. Пока мы тут привидение снимаем, босс себе забрал. Не смог продать. Это винтажный бродкастер. То есть кастом шап, все как надо, но этот завинтаженный. У меня был не винтажный, а тут он винтажный весь. Гриф толстенный. 50-х бродкастер. Ну вот это...
I gotta use the restroom.
Yep. Так. Не знаю, насколько здесь привидений мы наснимали, но насколько времени. Но эта комната интересная всем, кто даже в привидений не верит, как я, например. Тут, короче, музыкальный магазин внизу, а вверху комната для разогрева. Пират ушел, забрал с собой студию, я так понял. Ну и тут же я когда-то снимал видосы. Ну, они так снимают, но не сильно, как когда-то. Вот. Тут концерты они проводят. Там вот та комната, это где они разогреваются. А мы сейчас пойдем Пита искать. Может, он босса просто стеснялся, а нам с вами даст понять. Пойдем сюда. Fisher. Get Fisher. Это типа микрофоны, наушники, так. Ну что так, такое место для отвисания тоже ничего. Барная стойка. Стопки. Понятно, что они не просто так репетируют. Сидишь, днем продаешь гитары, а вечером на них играешь.
Anything happen?
Nope. What is that thing?
That's a didgeridoo. I don't know how to do it. You gotta go.
Hey, Pete! Hey, maybe you can hear me now,
Pete! You'd have to sit here and be quiet, and maybe it'd make a noise for you. Maybe it wouldn't. But
You know,
do the
when you're
EVPs.
trying to catch a ghost, you never catch him.
Well, another thing is you're doing the video there, right?
Yeah.
It might be responding, but we don't hear it. But you might hear it on the video.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right. It's called the EVP, electronic voice phenomenon.
Yep.
So you never know. We'd only been here for, I don't know, 6 months or something. I'm not really sure. But I gotta show you what. And maybe we were here a year. I don't know. Not that long.
Hey, Pete, are you in here? Let us know.
And I'm sitting. Are you filming?
Yep. Вот такая вот история. Боссу нет никакого резона нам всем врать, хоть я и, наверное, один из самых больших скептиков из вас всех. Но это такая история. Я боссу как бы, не то чтобы там поверил или как-то так, но это интересная история. Вы каждый для себя, скорее всего, решите, тем более это может кому-то наоборот что-нибудь там докажет, если вы в это верили. Ну, босс верит в это 100%, и, как он говорит, мне нет причины, зачем это все вам рассказывать и так далее. Он рассказывает то, что он слышал. Такая вот история. Ну, а для тех из вас, как я, кто не верит в привидений, но любит смотреть фильмы ужасов и гитары, такой вам маленький тур по магазину Твид Хат. То есть мы зашли в те комнаты, в которые еще с вами не заходили. Всем огромное спасибо. Знаете, что делать. Комментарии, струнки. Спонсорам, патронам, всем большой напасаран, и до следующего видео. Босс. You gotta say. До следующего видео.
До
Следующего видео.
следующего видео.
Something like that.
Something like that. I have an accent.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth.
Now you know what I feel when I have to speak on a foreign language.
You're always complaining, aren't you?